All right. So you just make sure that you are focused on your grammar and punctuation as best you can.
Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. So that will be for subject line. Now the next takeaway that you took from the lesson, you said, what was it? The body of the paragraph, or what was the other part?
It's like if I use to text an email, I just write one sentence, and I it's like one sentence, not paragraph. I used to
Okay.
do that.
So then what you want to say, mention here is that like it was great to learn how to structure your email rather than just putting sentences, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Is to sister or like
Uh,
that.
the second most important thing I learn is to structure. Yes, structure. Structure what?
My sentence or my body part.
Okay, you could say body. What body?
My
Body.
body part
You could say
or
body of the essay. You could say my body paragraph of the essay, of the email. Sorry. All right, so you have your subject line, your salutation, which is your greeting, and then you have a little body paragraph. All right, so then you could press return and go to the next paragraph in a sense, or the next line. And I would for this one, for this assignment, keep it short. So then you press return again, and then you want to close the email. So you want to basically kind of like say thank you again. You want to thank the person again, or thank them for their time, or thank them for their guidance. It depends on the structure, like what you learned and the situation.
we can just say sincerity or
No, we're not at that part yet. This is the closing
oh
of your email. That one, sincerely, that's part of the
oh
signature.
understand this.
So for this one, you got to close the email by saying thank you for your time or thank you for your efforts. And for this one, it's like you're basically thanking your teacher for, the time and the effort they put into this lesson. You will kind of, it's almost like a conclusion to your email.
Can I add again? Thank you again for your time.
You could just keep it like that. Thank you for your time and effort.
It's our respect, effort.
Yes, and then period, and then press return 2 times. And then this is where you do sincerely or best regards or kind regards. Um, Depends on how you want your signature to look. And then you do a comma after sincerely. And then you press enter. And then that's where you put your full name. Okay, and then right now you could keep it like that, but when you become more of a when you have your career or your job, you could always put your position underneath. So for you, you could put like student underneath your
We'll
name,
do it.
or you could put what company you're part of. So for this one is Pathways to Graduation is the program that you're in. Um, So you put student and then you press return and then you put pathways to graduation. So that would be more professional closing, signature for your email. Um, you have to put the G capital because it is a program and it's
Yeah.
something that has a name. So you got to remember with capitalization. Okay. All right. So it's always good to reread and review your emails before you click the send button. So, when you go back to the top, make sure the person you're sending it to, the email is correct. Your email, make sure that it's the one you want to use. Yeah, make sure you have your subject line there, your greeting, and your body, your closing, and your signature. All those little check marks that you see right there, like that's what a well-written email should look like each time that you're doing a professional email. Now the only thing that it's a little thing, but you see after my name Roque, you have a space with a comma. You got to
Yeah.
make sure you don't have that. You have to put the comma right after the E. All right. So those little things, I know they're little, but you want to get it right as best as possible. And the first line where you say thanks you have to erase the S.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
There you go. Good. See this. So it's always good to reread an email before you send it out. Okay. So now here's the thing. I know again it's the little things, but you're writing about something that happened in the past. So if you look at the second sentence, one of the most important thing that I learned is to create subjects line. What do you think you have to edit there?
It's past tense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I learned it how to create.
Uh,
No.
well, let's see. It's always good to make your correction and then read it again. Like you have to see, does it sound right? You know, like is it making sense now? So then read it.
One of the most important things that I learned is how to create subject line.
All right. So we're getting closer now. My thing is the word is. We don't need that.
Yeah.
And
You have to, but can we change is by words?
no, if you want past tense,
Mm,
you look at the verb of the sentence. So the verb is the action, right? So what did you do?
yeah.
In that sentence, what
Uh,
did you do?
you have to, you have to put it on past tense.
Yeah. But what's the word that you have to put in past tense?
It's uh, it's create.
No, but what did you do? What did you do in that sentence?
I learned.
There you go. Right? You are the subject.
Oh, that I learned.
Exactly. You are the subject, so I is the subject. What did I do? I learned, right? And then take away the is word. Erase that. All right. So now read it again.
One of the most important things that I learned how to create subject line.
All right. So actually, you could replace the how with was. You're right. All right. So you could put a was there instead of how. So one of the most important things. Now, I would put an S after things because it's in general plural. So important things that I learned was to create subjects line. Take away subjects, take away the S. It shouldn't be plural because the subject line is one thing. Let's create, and then we need and the letter A in front of subject because it
It's
should be
subject line.
to create a subject
A
line. You know,
subject line.
yeah. And the part where you say what you are going to talk about, you could actually erase the quotation mark. You don't need the
Oh, you don't need on
mm,
professional email.
not for that part. You don't need the quotation marks.
Okay.
Quotation marks you really only use for if you're quoting someone. You know, if you're
Okay. Okay.
trying to say what someone said. So if you wanted to quote what if I said something during the lesson, you could always take that as a quote. All right. Okay. So now here's the thing. You see the three dots at the top right corner?
Yeah.
Tap on those. I want to see. Um, this is so you see where it says schedule send. You
Yeah.
know, if anyone is working late and they don't want to send the email at night, you could always schedule it for the next day, right? And then, like, let's say you want it to be for 9 a.m. the next morning, you want to send it, like, especially to professor or a teacher. You could always schedule it if you want to. But for this one, blue arrow when you are good to go. And that will be the submission for that part of the assignment.
Okay. What about the confidential mode?
Well, confidential mode is more security. So it'll be what we call encrypted more. So it'll be more of a private email. So whoever you're sending it to, they won't be able to forward it or send it to anyone else or share it. I mean, they still could screenshot it, right? But they won't be able to send your email to someone else.
But do you think it's good or not?
It's, again, depends on the situation, depends on what the information is about and who you're sending it to. So if it's like to a doctor about something, that a procedure or something private like that, you could put confidential mode. Or if it's about a private family matter to a teacher that you want to send, you could put confidential mode, right? But that's more for private stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously discard means to delete it, so you don't want to tap that. All right, so then you're good. And you could just send.